Token Vaping. Today's juice review is going to be part 3 of a 4-part for HollywoodVapeLabs.com. The previous 3 that I've done was Wannabe, which was a marshmallow French berry, the Reaper, which was a juicy honeydew melon, and now it'll be this one, which is Thunderbolt. Love these bottles, these labelings, great job. Just being a comic book fan, it's really cool to finally get to see something like that centered on a juice line. Real quick, they are based in British Columbia. It is a 70-30 mix. You can purchase 30 ml bottles off their website, HollywoodVapeLabs.com, for $20.99, and they do come in 0, 3, 6, 12, and 18 for a nic level. There is a full set case box that you can get of all 20 flavors that is $3.99.99. Awesome addition to any collection, just in general, and so far the flavors have all been pretty solid. They have been around since 2015, but they've been mixing and creating flavor lines and profiles since 2012. So they definitely know what they're doing. They do have the experience and ability under their belt, and it does show not only just the quality of their bottles. The bottles are amazing, but the flavor profiles definitely come out, and you definitely feel the dedication and the commitment that is behind it. So real quick, there's the bottle. Really cool here. You don't have to be a god to enjoy this. Nic levels back here. Mine is a 3. There is their name. Has ingredients, and it is also in French for those of you that can read that. And then on this side they have their flavor profile, the picture obviously, and then their warning label as well, and their website. But it also shows they have a manufacturing date, a born on date, or I'm sorry, an expiration date, and a batch number. So that's really cool because not only can they pinpoint exactly when this flavor was made, and when the expected expiration date is on it, so it gives you a good time frame on it, but it also, they can narrow down to what batch it came out of. So God forbid if there is any problem or reasoning that you have that there is an issue with it, just definitely reach out to them. But they can also figure out what batch it came out of, so that if there is a problem, they can try to figure out whether it was a fluke or if there's something that may have gone on that they need to focus on or take care of. Now, the Thunderbolt is a creamy meringue pie. Now, it just specifically states creamy meringue. So, off of what I've tasted and what I am going to assume, it is meant to be more of a lemon meringue. Usually, if there's a specific other flavor profile as far as a pie flavor, most people usually do list it. So, it basically stating as a creamy meringue pie. In general, most meringues that I've come across are usually of the lemon variety, unless it's otherwise specified. So I'm going to give my impression of it based on it being the lemon meringue as opposed to any other type. I'm not sure if meringue itself just has a general flavor. I'm not a huge pie person, so I wouldn't really know that specifically. But I'm going to go off of it as just a kind of a lemon meringue style pie. And then we'll go through that, and I will show you the vape on that as well. And before, I do try to say this in all my videos. My opinion and my reaction to a flavor and a flavor line is just that. It's my opinion. In no way, shape, or form am I trying to say that is how you should feel, that is what you should get out of that. I just try to give as honest and down the line reaction and opinion as I can, and try to make it as open and unbiased as possible, so that for those of you who may not have access to sample this line, if you're not around a shop that was able to get some, since they are based in Canada, it's not like you can just go to any shop that has them. Obviously, they would have to have reached out to them to acquire some samples, which you should suggest to your shop if they do not already carry this line. So I do try to give as much of an open opinion and reaction as I can. If any time or if anybody takes it as anything beyond that, as me trying to say like this, since this is my opinion, this is what you should go off of, and set it in stone, that's not the case. That's not my intent. That's not what I'm trying to do. So if it does come off that way, I do very much apologize. That is not the goal of what I'm trying to do. With that said, the other thing I would like to say is that these do come with the child safety caps, and they do have a interlocking seal on them. So if you get, and it doesn't matter whether it's Hollywood Vape Labs or any juice company, if you receive your product and there's a seal that's on it that looks tampered with, if the safety cap or the dropper cap comes off really easily, almost like you didn't have to unscrew it at all, for health and safety reasons, don't vape it. Don't attempt it. Don't try it. Just reach out to the company, whatever company it may be, and inform them of what's going on and let them know that this is what happened when I received it. So they will go ahead and do their best to compensate the difference and rush you what you should have in all its safety glory, so to speak. But just for health and safety purposes, if you feel that there's anything wrong with your product, do not vape it. We're all trying to be safe here. We're all trying to support vaping as a whole, and we're just trying to enjoy it as best we can. So the last thing we need is to have just, a random mistake or something happen to where, you don't realize it or think about it, you end up vaping it, and then, God forbid, you get sick. So I've never had that happen. Pretty much any company that I've had the opportunity to do a review for, they've all been very, very good about making sure their quality control is in place and that everything that leaves their facilities is in the highest quality condition as it can be. So with that, Thunderbolt. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Thundercloud. I apologize for that. Thunderbolt. I'm going to vape this first, and then I'm going to give my reaction to the flavor as well. But before I vape real fast, I do need to show, as I do in all my videos, my cotton of choice is Texas Tough. It is not a pansy-ass cotton ball. It is a very sturdy and very solid wicking cotton. Holds flavor extremely well, and you get no dry cotton hit off of that. So if you are interested in that, USA_Vape Mama, definitely check that out. So as I said, it is a 70-30 mix. It helps if I open the bottle. And off the first smell of it, it has a very lemony odor. Now, it's good if you like lemon. It's good if you like a citrus. However, one thing I do want to point out real quick. When I mean citrus, it doesn't have the zest like some citrus flavors do, as if you basically scrape the peel or the rind of the fruit, so you get that really potently strong citrus zing. This is more of a subdued lemony flavor. I mean, it definitely smells like lemon. I mean, if you've ever had lemon anything, whether it was lemon candy, a lemon sweet, anything sweet that has sugar or centered around lemon, that's definitely what you get out of that. So with that, it's good. And as always, as you can see here, I am vaping at 65 watts, and this is Thunderbolt from Hollywood Vape Labs. As always, even though it's a 70-30, very solid cloud production. Very nice. Clouds are really good. Oh, that's not good. Kind of over dripped. That was my mistake. Clouds are very abundant, as you can tell. Definitely there. For a 70-30 mix, there's a slight, I will say that there is a slight throat kick on the very tail end of the exhale. It's not super strong. It's not enough to where you have a really scratchy vape on it. I have experienced a lot stronger of one off of some flavors. However, on this one, it's not super strong. But I definitely cannot not inform you and let you know that it's there. It does have a throat kick to it. Now, the other two flavors that I tried off of this line, the Reaper and Wannabe, did not have one. So obviously, I mean, some flavors are going to. It just depends on the flavoring and the specific flavor profile. Some are able to not have one. Unfortunately, some other ones, depending on the however lighter the flavor is, will definitely pick one up a little bit stronger. This one, it just so happens to have one on the tail end of it. Now, I will say this. If you are a fan of dessert flavors, if you are a fan of lemon, this is definitely a very solid flavor choice for that. It has, it definitely has the lemon flavor to that on the inhale. It pretty much supports it throughout the vape. The creaminess basically kind of kicks in probably a little past midway and then the rest of the exhale. So it is a very nice mixture. Now, for me, when I get the creaminess out of it, it's almost more like the whipped cream aspect of a lemon meringue pie. I mean, the body of the pie is more of the lemon flavor, and then they usually have a really abundant amount of whipped cream on top to offset the lemon flavor, and you definitely taste that in this vape. So as far as a flavor profile for what it's supposed to taste like, absolutely. I mean, it's, if you've ever had an actual lemon meringue pie, this definitely emulates it very solidly. But for me, this is more of a specific flavor choice. It would definitely be one that you would need to be a fan of. Now, if you're looking for something different, something a little unique as opposed to, like a cereal flavor, a candy flavor, something like that, this definitely fits that bill because lemon meringue is not a common flavor. I mean, I've had the honor and generous opportunities to try many different lines, and even though I've sampled a lot of dessert flavors, lemon meringue pie is not one that comes across my plate very often. So they definitely have a very unique flavor here in that aspect, but it definitely does have a very specific flavor to it. So I definitely would say, unless you're looking for something unique or you are already a fan of this flavor, it might be a little bit much for some people's palates, which is fine. Everybody's taste preferences are different. No two people are going to like the exact same flavors all across the board. But this is definitely going to be more of a specific choice. If somebody's looking for a custard or a pie or dessert specific flavor, this is definitely one that I would suggest without a doubt. Don't get me wrong. However, if somebody comes in and they say they're looking for something, fruity, or they're looking for something different, I definitely would want to know and make sure first what their flavor preference is before I would openly suggest something of this nature. But again, that's just me. So the next person who tries this line may fall in love with this flavor, and it's very possible. Like I said, for what it's supposed to be and the flavor profile of itself, it is most definitely dead on, matches that flavor. So in that sense, Hollywood Vape Labs, great job with that. Okay, so the throat kick has mellowed out a bit. Maybe I might have just overdripped a little bit more than I needed to, so it was just maybe a bit stronger at the moment. But absolutely, you most definitely get the lemon, and then it follows up with the creaminess on the tail end of that. Still like the clouds off of it. Great, great, great cloud production. So overall, very solid on point flavor for a meringue pie. But again, like I said, the only downside that I could possibly say about this would just be that it definitely comes off more of a specific flavor type. So it wouldn't be as openly openly enjoyed by as wide a range of people looking for something different, as far as people that are specific to that type of flavor. That's not a bad thing, because if it's one thing that I've learned is that there's a lot of people out there with so many diverse flavor backgrounds that there are times when they come in and they're very specifically looking for one particular flavor. Whatever mood strikes them, that's the flavor they want. So I definitely see a good base for this, but it definitely does have a very specific uniqueness to that. But regardless of anything else, very solid flavor, great vape. Cloud production on it is on point as well, as you just saw. So, right now I would definitely say, of the three flavors that I have tried from Hollywood Vape Labs, they definitely are a 3 for 3 at this point. Flavor profile is on point, cloud production is great, flavor is definitely very full and very solid. So, at this rate, they're definitely a really solid line and a really good contender to try to match up if you're looking for an all-day vape and everything else. Plus, presentation is a big factor in a whole lot of things, and they have one of the best and most unique labeling and presentation bottles across the board, in my opinion. But with that, Hollywood Vape Labs, thank you very much again for the continued opportunity and support that you guys have given me to do these reviews. I will have the fourth one up. It should be within the week, and that will be the fourth and final flavor for this 4-part set that I'm doing. Definitely check out HollywoodVapeLabs.com. You can purchase the juices there. Check them out on Instagram and their Facebook as well. So until next time, guys, I'm Token Vaping here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Subscribe, like, follow, hit me up. Any comments, questions, concerns, anything that I can do to help further enhance your vaping experience. That's all I'm about. That's everything that I'm trying to get across with what I'm doing. I fully support the vaping community, and I will do everything I can to make it better one day at a time. So until next time, guys, Hollywood Vape Labs, thank you guys very much. Vape on, vape strong, guys.